Hi, happy holidays, everybody. Kind of a end of the year type of video. My channel is a lot of fun. I only film and put it together if I enjoy it and have something great, I think, to give to you. Obviously, I'm an antique dealer, so I'm going to be talking about antiques here and there and my shop. And I enjoy the pop culture, talking about the 70s and 80s and music and film and telling little stories to you and interesting anecdotes, whether it's about Steely Dan or Cheap Trick or Barbara Streisand or whatever I think is interesting and fun in like a 12 or 14-minute video, and you could just kind of play it as a little podcast while you're doing stuff around the house or in the car, whatever. And then I live in, Ventura near Santa Barbara. That's such a fascinating part of the world, and I think people want to know about it. I know I do, and I live here. I'm constantly exploring. It's spectacular. And so I take you on little trips traveling around Southern California as well. So it's an interesting blend, I think, and mix of pop culture, antiques, and travel, and a little self improvement or an interesting topic I'll throw in now and then too. My most popular video is of an actress, long lost actress called Claudia Jennings, and she was on the Brady Bunch. She was the one where Greg becomes a rock star. She appeared in lots of interesting things. So that's my number one so far. So um, the Brigitte Bardot one is popular. I know a lot about her. She was this bombshell actress for like 22 years. It's rare for a French star to cross over into America, but she was that big. And so I go into her films and her activities and things. And I grew up, in the 70s, so the Partridge Family was a big deal to me and David Cassidy when I was a kid. And my David Cassidy video has done well. And I also grew up with Kiss, and I'll probably do more. I think there's a lot there to explore. I'll probably do more with Kiss as well. So those are the big ones. Today we're going to talk about simple steps to happiness, and these are I noodle around in my own research, and I find things from like Sweden or Japan or American self help ideas that can help you have a better life. And the first one is your mornings, uh, taking control of your morning. And that means, you decide when you're going to get up. I hit the snooze button once, I allow myself once. Because if you get into two or three times, it actually, I think, makes you groggier. So, and try to get up, exactly right around 7. And that's when the sunlight comes out. I think it's kind of a genetic thing to rise up with the sun. And you're it's good to take command of the morning, and that means you go right into good morning habits. Like a lot of these gurus say make your bed. Even a Buddhist that I follow says make your bed. It's just a big win for order out of chaos in the morning. And the Stoics say that, the Roman Stoics, all kinds of little things I follow. And then do like your morning spa ritual, whatever, a really nice soap or a fine shampoo or whatever's really kind of a luxury cologne or what have you, to make put a nice light in your restroom or plants and make it a really good spa experience in the morning. Use a loofah, to get off that dead skin, and take a nice shower, and then go from there to reset and start your day. And healthy, clean foods in the morning. I'm learning coffee is it's good. It just has to not be full of pesticides. It should be, organic. And even like beef, if it's grass fed, it has a lot more of the nutrients and those trace minerals that we need. And if an egg is farm raised and not in a cage, it's just a better situation. And so just kind of dig deeper into your ingredients. I'm trying to get away from processed foods and anything like in a box with all kinds of chemicals and frozen dinners. And just look at all the chemicals and preservatives on the back. So if you can just kind of make things fresh and in the morning, have that hearty meal to start the day. And I do a lot of paleo, so just not many carbs. I might do, like sausage and eggs, or I'll do a Greek yogurt with granola or something like that, just to give you a few ideas. I've cut way back on bread. I certainly do not put two pieces of bread on a sandwich. I do one piece. It's an open faced sandwich like an avocado toast or peanut butter and jelly or cream cheese, roast beef, and tomatoes, red onion, and jalapeno is a sandwich I like. So, cutting way back in carbs and processed foods, and you start feeling better and have more energy. So, really taking control of the morning is one of the simple steps to happiness I want to share with you. I'm having some kind of a spiritual faith on a Sunday morning to really take that time. I do go to a church, but whatever church you use, it could be taking a yoga class on a Sunday morning or walking in a path and collecting your thoughts. But doing that spiritual reset, that goes all the way back to the Bible of 6 days of work and the seventh day of rest, and just kind of contemplating or recharging your batteries. And that's a second thing I do. Third thing is kind of a social media diet. Um, just really cutting back to the basics of what I need or enjoy, and getting rid of a lot of apps on my phone, and not doom scrolling, just picking what really works, and certainly not doing it before bedtime. You're really not supposed to wind yourself up with all kinds of scrolling right before bed. The other thing is to have a good book by your bedside, to always be reading an interesting book so you can talk about it with friends or at parties, and then people will get to know you're a reader and you're always reading something interesting. I'm reading a couple, I like biographies right now, so of like actors or Hollywood people, and I like to hear their stories. And I mostly read nonfiction, and I'm not really big on fantasy or science fiction, but that's just me. We're all different. So the other thing is checking in with yourself throughout the day, just asking yourself, do I feel good right now? And just pausing, and you might think, just do a body scan like, oh no, I'm actually thirsty. I'm dehydrated. I haven't had water in hours. And just go get some water. Or I need a little sugar. I need, half of an apple. I'm feeling I need a little something. Or I need to stretch. I really am tense and I need to stretch out. Or my posture is poor right now. I need to really straighten up, and do a posture check, and do these little mini checking in sessions throughout the day. And that's really nice. And a relaxation technique is to inhale to the count of four. So, like 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale. Hold it for four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And release. 1, 2, 3, 4. And do that a few times until you've kind of reset. You may be a shallow breather. You may need to really get some oxygen in, and fill your lungs with oxygen. These are really simple, basic things, but we do forget them. We get all freaked out during the day with the traffic and running around and all the drama and everything. Lately, I've been parking like toward the back or side of a parking lot, so no one's opening a door into me, or I'm not fighting for a parking space. I'm just more in the back. I'm, alone, and then I just walk a little further. I get my steps in into the store, and then walk out and get some sunlight and get my steps in and enjoy having some privacy around my parking space. So that's an idea for you. There's something called forest bathing, and that's when you actually go out into a forest or a canyon and you're around trees. And apparently, there's all kinds of well, there's aromatherapy, there's pine and all these juniper and all of these wonderful scents that are so good for you in the aromatherapy. But apparently, there's just the wisdom of nature, and its trees are very old, and apparently, they give off some kind of vibe that helps you calm down. So, find a nature hike that you like, even if you're in Los Angeles. Griffith Park is 4,000 acres. I grew up in LA, and even LA has a park, or New York has Central Park. So you can find that green nature path and go off a couple times a week and take those little hikes and collect your thoughts. So these are simple steps to happiness. I have a hard time just meditating, just sitting still, going, oh, I'm really kind of I'm an Aries fire personality. So what you can do is called active meditations, like gardening, like you're actually gardening, but your mind is in a meditative state. Or riding a bicycle, you can do it like a bicycle active meditation, or simply doing chores around the house. These are all repetitive, where your mind can just kind of go into it's robotic because you do it over and over, and then you get really good answers and ideas during these active meditations. And then the last thing is, this is kind of a Japanese thing, but just be a little more minimalist, and you don't need tons of things all around your house. And it's just going through drawers, and maybe one drawer a day, you know, or every Sunday night, work on like a closet or the garage, just little by little, and let go of things you don't need and donate them. And happy holidays to all of you. Season's greetings. I'm Mike D at downpeppertreelane.com. All right, take care. Bye bye.